Since July of 2024, Angelica Bravo's family has been waiting for justice. With a dedicated partnership between the FBI and the Sacramento Police Department, we can now announce that Camron Lee is in custody. He was captured in Mexico, brought back to the United States, and he will be coming back to Sacramento to face both murder charges and possession of assault rifles. We are also relieved to announce that the children were found in his custody. They've been brought back and they have been reunited with their maternal grandmother, and they are safe. This arrest is a powerful reminder that no matter how much time passes, no matter where you flee to, our pursuit of justice never ends. And our desire and our commitment to protecting public safety will remain as strong as ever. My sincere hope is that this will bring the Bravo family and those two young children closer to justice and to healing that they deserve. With that, I'm now going to turn over further comments to Acting Special Agent in charge of the FBI Local Office, Eugene Wu.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, I'm Eugene Wu, Acting Special Agent in charge of the FBI Sacramento Field Office. The FBI is proud to join the Sacramento Police Department and the Sacramento County DA's office to announce the capture of Camron Lee and return of Athena and Mateo Lee to their family. Last December, the FBI partnered with the Sacramento Police Department to obtain a federal warrant for Camron Lee's unlawful flight to avoid prosecution and launched an international campaign to find him and his children. We believed Lee had fled to Mexico to escape prosecution for the murder of his partner, Angelica Bravo. From that point forward, we tracked every lead and pursued every tip together. Today, we are relieved to say our mission is complete. Thanks to a tip, Camron Lee was apprehended on Sunday, May 17th, in the city of Primo Tapia in Baja California, Mexico, without incident. Athena, now 5, and Mateo, now 4, were safely recovered and reunited with their family. Arrests and apprehensions like these take considerable collaboration and effort. We are grateful to our law enforcement partners in Mexico and federal law enforcement partners, including federal officers with the Mexican Attorney General's Office, Mexican National Immigration Authorities, elements of the Mexican military, FBI Law Enforcement Attaché Office in Mexico City, American Citizen Services, U.S. Consulate General Tijuana, U.S. Customs and Border Protection, and Department of Justice Office of International Affairs. Together, we ensured Camron Lee's swift apprehension and deportation back to the United States. Camron Lee now faces prosecution for homicide in Sacramento County. Athena and Mateo Lee are in good health and are finally home with their family. I also want to recognize the courage of Angelica Bravo's family. When we launched our bilingual media campaign across North America to locate Camron and the children, her family stood with us, giving interviews, sharing our message with the public in a way that reminded everyone that these children needed to come home. Her family kept our search alive. You never lost confidence that we would find Athena and Mateo and apprehend Camron. Your strength and trust in the face of uncertainty motivated all of us, and our entire team is elated that you'll have an opportunity to form new, happy memories with all 3 of Angelica's children. Victims and their families left in the wake of violent crime are the reason why the FBI relentlessly pursues fugitives, no matter where they may try to hide, and never gives up searching for the missing. I also want to extend sincere thanks to the public and the media. Successful law enforcement is a team effort, and those that don't wear badges are often our real MVPs. To everyone who posted content, shared social media, and covered the story to publicize the search for Camron and the children, thank you. Your support led to an important tip that has made today's announcement possible. The public's reach goes far beyond what law enforcement could accomplish alone. The FBI's work to locate fugitives and missing people never stops, and we continue to need your help to locate fugitives, gather information, and find the missing. Please continue to help us and help families seek justice for their loved ones. You can do so by visiting FBI.gov and navigating to the Wanted and Missing Persons section to see cases that need your help. If you have firsthand information that can help these investigations, call call FBI, or submit a tip to tips.fbi.gov. As we've demonstrated, you can remain anonymous to help a family in crisis. Thank you, and with that, I'll turn the podium over to Sacramento Police Chief Zach Bales.
Good morning. On July 8, 2024, Sacramento Police Department officers responded to the homicide of Angelica Bravo. Detectives from our homicide unit immediately began a death investigation, and during the course of that work, they learned that Angelica's two children, 4-year-old Athena and 2-year-old Mateo, could not be located. Detectives also determined that the children's father, Camron Lee, had likely fled to Mexico with them. As the investigation progressed, homicide detectives developed probable cause to arrest Camron Lee for the murder of Angelica Bravo. Working in close partnership with the Sacramento County District Attorney's Office, detectives obtained a homicide arrest warrant for Lee. Throughout this investigation, our priorities were clear: locate Athena and Mateo, ensure their safety, and apprehend Camron Lee. Our detectives used every available resource and worked closely with our federal, state, and local law enforcement partners to pursue this case, even as the investigation extended beyond the United States. Today, I am grateful that Camron Lee has been apprehended, but most importantly, Athena and Mateo have been safely located and reunited with their family. I want to recognize the continued dedication of the men and women of the Sacramento Police Department, including the members of our homicide unit, career criminal apprehension team, special investigations unit, K-9, SWAT, North Problem-Oriented Policing Team, and the North Violent Crime Reduction Team for their work throughout this case. I also want to specifically recognize the lead investigators, Sergeant Brendan Schulte and Detective Stephen Andriazzi, whose persistence and commitment helped move this investigation forward. This was a long and complex case that required countless hours of follow-up, coordination, and collaboration. Our detectives remain committed to seeking justice for Angelica's family and to bringing Athena and Mateo home safely. This case sends a clear message that violence will not be tolerated in our community, and those who harm others will be pursued with determination and resolve. We remain committed to protecting our residents and ensuring that justice is carried through. I would also like to thank District Attorney Tin Ho and the Sacramento County District Attorney's Office, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the California Department of Justice, and the San Diego Police Department. Your assistance was critical to this outcome. Because of this partnership, Camron Lee will now be held accountable for his actions. Lastly, to Ms. Bravo's family and loved ones, thank you for your patience, support, and trust. Throughout this process, we recognize the profound loss you continue to carry, and we hope this development brings some measure of solace as Athena and Mateo are brought safely back to their family. Thank you.
We want to again emphasize several things. Number one, this was a true partnership. From the moment that Angelica was found in her home, having been murdered, we worked in partnership with the police department to issue that arrest warrant, and then in partnership with the FBI and the police department, we continued to pursue them all the way down into Mexico, brought them back. But the key here is that both children, both Athena and Mateo, are back at home with their maternal grandmother, and they are safe. And now we begin the step of the prosecution of this case, making sure that Camron Lee is held accountable. So with that, we will open up for any questions that you may have.
Can you expand on the tip, how it was received, and how it led to his capture?
I'm going to turn that question over to our federal partner.
Sure. So the FBI, we received a tip about 2 weeks ago, and then in close collaboration with our Mexican partners and our FBI office, law enforcement attaché in Mexico City, we acted on that tip, and we were able to apprehend Camron and recover the 2 children.
Is there any information about how he's been living, how he's maintained, not being in your custody, how the children have been for the last couple
You know, what we can say is this, is that we believe that Camron Lee is proficient in Spanish, that he fled to Mexico, that he may have some contacts and relations in Mexico. Beyond that, we don't want to reveal too much about what was going on in Mexico, as the matter is still under investigation, and we will be continuing to, interview additional witnesses.
Could anybody else be facing any charges for harboring a fugitive?
I think those questions will be answered in time. Obviously, when we brought him back from Mexico, we are continuing the investigation. The investigation doesn't end since he was captured, since the children were recovered and rescued. It's an open pending investigation in regards to some possible additional charges, but right now our focus is obviously on the children. Our focus is on prosecuting him for murder and the weapons charges, but the investigation is not ended.
How soon do you expect him in a Sacramento court?
So he is currently in custody in San Diego. He will be transported fairly soon back to Sacramento. The moment he is booked in the Sacramento County Jail, we'll have 48 hours. We'll have essentially 2 calendar days to have his arraignment. So we expect him to be arraigned this week, perhaps as early as Thursday or Friday. And we will inform the media of his arraignment date and time.
Please identify which station you're asking questions from.
CBS 13 in Sacramento. Could you speak to the man-hours that went into this over the course of several years, and also the hope that it might give other families who are facing similar situations?
Sure. Yeah, cases like this don't ever stop. The lead investigators are assigned to that case. Unless they move from the unit, that is their case, and it never leaves their file, and it never leaves their attention. So they will continuously follow up on leads. They will continuously engage additional resources and partners such as federal, state, and local other agencies in order to bring this case to fruition. Our job is to not only build a objective prosecutable case, but then apprehend the criminal and bring them to justice so that the DA's office can then prosecute that case. In this case, over the course of 2 years, you can only imagine the amount of man-hours. I don't have a number. It would be astronomical to try and put a number onto it. But even when detectives go home, they're living with that case at night while they're at home with their families. They're thinking about seeking justice.
Roxanne Elias with ABC 10. Obviously, this has been a very difficult journey for the family, and all they want to see is justice. Can you speak on your commitment to deliver that justice to this family? And do you have any evidence in particular that we know that he will be prosecuted?
First of all, I want to sort of combine both questions that were asked. There is an immense amount of time that is put in and effort on these cases. You know, even on the East Area Rapist, the Golden State Killer, we pursued that case for over 40 years. Both the FBI, the police department, the sheriff's department at the time, and the DA's office. In this case, Camron Lee, that commitment to justice never ended. It doesn't end at the moment that somebody flees the country. It doesn't end for the moment somebody is brought into a courtroom. That pursuit to justice continues on indefinitely until we make sure that justice has been delivered. And on this particular case, what I can tell you is this, is that from the moment that Angelica's body was found in the house, immediately there were suspicious circumstances around it. Our homicide chief, William Satchel, worked on the case with the police department to build that case, to put it together for all the search warrants and all the follow-up that was done. And then we partnered with the FBI to find him. And he is being brought back to Sacramento, and he will face charges. We have already filed 1 count of open murder against Camron Lee, along with 3 assault weapon charges. He will face criminal prosecution here in Sacramento, and we will obtain justice for the Bravo family and those 2 children.
One more follow-up, if I could. You mentioned the Golden State trial. Was DNA evidence used in any way to track the suspect down? And then also, can you describe the moment that he was taken into custody, how that unfolded?
In regards to any DNA evidence or any other specific facts about the case, I am going to respectfully refrain from providing any of those facts because I want to preserve the integrity of the criminal prosecution that is about to begin. But in regards to his immediate capture and the circumstances around that, I would turn that over to our federal partner, and I will return to a question.
Thank you for the question. So again, your question was, how was the arrest, or the capture of Camron Lee? So the exact details, we worked very closely with the Mexican partners. From our understanding is that it was a very peaceful and it was without incident, the capture of Camron Lee, and his children actually were asleep during all of the whole ordeal. So it was a rather peaceful event and it was without incident.
And I'm going to turn it over to Darrell.
Darrell Smith, Sacramento Lee. To the children, can you talk about their health, their welfare, their condition on their recovery?
I can speak to that. The children were returned late Sunday evening. They are in good spirits. They're healthy. They're happy to be back with family. So again, it happened 2 years ago. So for the younger child, who was 2 at the time, obviously it was a long time ago. But for the older child, again, they're both in good spirits, both happy, and both just healthy and happy to be at home with family.
Other questions? Yes.
Chris Phelps, Radio News. You said you got a tip. What was the investigation or the status of the investigation up to that point?
We have not stopped investigating the case at all. From the moment that Angelica's body was found in the home, we immediately contacted the coroner's office. We immediately worked with law enforcement, conducted numerous search warrants, and also collecting evidence, building the case, and then there was an arrest warrant that was issued. And from there, since we had indication that he had fled outside the country, we obviously partner with our federal different partners here, especially with the FBI, when you have to go across borders to locate a suspect and be able to identify them, to bring them in, and to bring them across the border. And those are things that we were continuously working on from the beginning. It never stopped, it never ended. And it was true partnership with the detectives from the police department and with the FBI. Other questions?
Roxanne with ABC 10 again. When will he be arraigned? Where?
From the moment that he is brought back and he's booked in the Sacramento County Jail, at that point we'll have essentially 2 days to arraign him. So I anticipate that his arraignment is going to be this week, possibly Thursday at the earliest, Friday at the latest, is the anticipation. And when we do know his arraignment and the courtroom, we'll issue a press advisory so that you would know. But we anticipate that it will be this week that he's going to be arraigned to face the murder charges and the weapon charges. Other questions?
Just one last follow-up, CBS 13 Sacramento. Any indication on how these children were cared for in the last 2 years? Have they been cared for properly? Have they been on the run? Or have they all been in a centralized spot, in a house?
Yeah, that's still too early for us to be able to answer that. We're not able to give you those details as far as what Camron and the children have been doing over the last 2 years. But again, we focused, since hearing the tip, working with our federal partners in Mexico and with our FBI office in Mexico City. We're just grateful that they're back home. So as far as what they've been doing in the last 2 years, we don't have those details just yet. But again, we're just grateful for the family reunification.
You have to, put this in perspective. He was captured on Sunday. So this is something that is still fresh, it's still ongoing. Whenever these sort of cases and situation comes up, there's a whole process in terms of the investigation. As I said, it's an ongoing investigation. We are beginning to peel back and the layers and looking at things, but it's going to take a little bit of time in regards to finding out that information. Since the arrest and the capture was just a few days ago, but we will make sure that we get all that information. Any other questions? Yes.
One last one for me, I'm sorry. Roxanne Lee with ABC 10. The biggest priority for the family has been to have those children no matter what. What is your confidence that the family, that they will stay with the Angelica's family now at this Will they be given the custody? Do we know what that status will be?
Right now, the children are in the care and custody of the maternal grandmother. There may be family law proceedings, but that's something that will be handled in family law. That is something that we do not control. It's something that we do not dictate or in any way, are involved in that process. The most important thing that we have is that both Athena and Mateo are safe, that they are back at home with their family, and hopefully that's where they will remain as we continue to seek justice for Angelica and her family. Any other questions? Thank you so much for being here, and then we are also available for one-on-one interviews afterwards as well, so thank you so much.